Queen and Slim. Got out of that here a little bit ago. Watched that movie. And to be honest with you, I didn't catch the title. I find that intriguing sometimes, so I'm going to have to do some research. And only at the end of the movie, I believe the name was Angela and Ernest, the two main characters. I guess Queen and Slim would be their, I guess that's what they're referring to, but I, again, could be totally have missed that. It starts out as the trailer pretty much portrays. Didn't have a lot of sympathy for Angela's character. The lawyer, she seemed real stuffy, seemed a bit like she was almost trying to provoke the officer during the exchange that's shown in the trailer. There's parts in that scene that are missing. Clearly the officer was over the top, had stopped the African-American dating couple. They weren't even really a couple. They were just meeting on a first date, and it just goes haywire. The comparisons made in the trailer, there's a gentleman who turns out to be the uncle of Angela. Later in the movie, that's who we realize it is. He calls him up. If it's not the black Bonnie and Clyde. The Bonnie and Clyde reference I didn't get at the trailer, and I was wondering, would I get that throughout or at any part in this movie? Would that be the route it went down? Would these two turn into ruthless gangsters and thugs, which is what, if you remember the movie Bonnie and Clyde, based on the real Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde were not good people. Not good people. They were not people that in an accidental circumstance became criminals. Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty, great film. I want to say it's late 60s, maybe early 70s, somewhere in there. Great film. I have to go watch it now because of all this Bonnie and Clyde stuff brought up from this film. But I just don't remember anything between Bonnie and Clyde, their story, the real life of Bonnie and Clyde, and this movie that had really any relevance other than the fact that these two were on the run from the law. That's the only part of it that is. And the law is really just a small part in the film. They're there in the beginning and they come back later points of the film. But that isn't like a high, action film where it's rather slow and deliberate. The plotting is almost, I would say, meandering at points. Like scenes just kind of go on. And there was something weird that happened during the movie a couple of times where characters are speaking dialogue, but they're like pictures that were taking of just the people their lips they clearly weren't saying it. It was like, I'm saying something, but you have the camera on me and my lips aren't moving and I'm not speaking. It was weird. I don't know if that was done stylistically or when they were speaking the dialogue. I like to see characters actually speak the dialogue. Unless it's like a narrator or something like that, or an internal monologue thought. But when it's in the middle of a conversation and then it breaks away, very distracting. Didn't work for me at all in the 2 or 3 jarring scenes where that happened. And then there was a couple scenes where the camera work was like blurry and what the heck is that? So if it was style, it was sloppy. It didn't come across as stylistic to me. It came across as sloppy to me. Maybe it was done for stylistic reasons. Just didn't feel that way to me. My overall impression of the film, I'm saying it's just okay. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Not going to recommend it. The whole Black Lives Things Matter seemed kind of cool, but underutilized and could have been more a part of the movie. Characters come in and out of the story side characters that really have no point. They don't really go anywhere. It's like, hey, we get to see them and then they disappear and we never see them again. Or we see them again at a very later date, but there's really it's just sort of like, hey, we had this happen. Let's go on the run. Let's figure this out. And then it goes to the end. And the end was largely unsatisfying to me. Sort of where I thought it might lead, it led. So over the top, no, was realistic, but screenplay was just mediocre to me. Dialogue was pretty good. Acting was pretty good. not anything I can recommend. Todd here from Movie Reviews by Us, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, watch the other videos. Thank you.